What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we are here with the pressure rankings for UFC 311, the fighters that need to win the most this weekend on the big pay-per-view card. I'll be discussing all the fighters on the main card as well as some of the more notable prelim fighters, discussing the stakes of their matchups, discussing how desperate of a circumstance they find themselves in, how desperately they need to win. Are they cooked? Are they okay if they lose? Obviously no one wants to lose, but who's in a worse spot than others? Those are the discussions that we are having. If you're new to the channel, we make this a series every pay-per-view. Honestly, I might have to skip this one for 312, so you might not see this type of video again until 313. But if you are new to the channel, we do this for every pay-per-view for the most part. But anyway, let's get started. We're going to start with the main event, go all the way down to some of the early prelim fighters. And we're going to start off with the champion of the world fighting in the main event, Islam Makhachev. Fighting out of Dagestan, of course. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm going into my full fucking MMA analyst mode. Let's just chat shit. Islam, is he cooked if he loses? He's not cooked, but it's not ideal because it's the same as an Usman or a Volk, where they've built this long win streak and they're almost there and they're almost like breaking into GOAT status. Or Islam, in my opinion, is already the lightweight GOAT, but he's like closing in on like a definite. He's like one win away from like definitive lightweight GOAT. He's closing in on like top 5 all time officially, even though there's a half decent argument to have him there already based on strength of opposition. But if he loses that, it goes downhill and immediately everyone's going to be like, Islam, fucking, he's just another good fighter, but not as good as Khabib though. Father's plan. But no, alhamdulillah, only won 29-0. So that is, look, would it surprise me if Khabib's low-key been helping Arman just to, stop Islam from breaking his record? It wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, I'm joking, but no, Islam, he definitely needs to win here to like keep building that legacy. He's been talking about welterweight if Belal either loses the belt or moves up. Definitely not going to get that opportunity as easily if he loses. That being said, if he does lose, he'll get an immediate rematch pretty clearly. If he wins that, it's not as bad, but it would mean that streak's broken. It would mean there's some sort of dispute around his pound-for-pound number one status. It would just kind of take away all the work that he's built. And just kind of reset him, send him back down the hill, and then who knows, maybe he goes on a fucking slide and gets KO'd by Joel Alvarez. Always got to figure out a way to include some Joel Alvarez or Carlos Prates mention in every video. But that's my vision. He's going to lose this weekend, and then he's going to fight in Spain. He's going to lose the immediate rematch, and then he's going to or the immediate trilogy almost, I should say, and then he's going to get KO'd in Spain by Joel Alvarez. No, but Islam definitely needs to win here to keep that legacy going. Arman Tsarukyan, on the other hand, not as much to really talk about for him. I think it's not under like that much pressure. He's a fucking plus 300 underdog. Like at that point, no one's gonna be like expecting you to win really. Like no one's gonna be like, damn bro, yeah, Arman really needs to win this one. Otherwise he's cooked. Like Arman's there. That's when you're fighting one of these dominant champions and you have that opportunity, it's not like, oh my god, he needs to win, he must win. Unless you're like in like a Belal Muhammad or like a Leon Edwards type of situation, like Belal when he fought Leon, even though Leon wasn't long reigning, or Leon when he fought Usman. But these guys who came in on long win streaks, or even Marab when he fought O'Malley, like these guys coming in on long win streaks that should have got a title shot earlier, but had that one shot, that one opportunity. Their knees were weak and their arms were heavy, but they came through with the win. You know, that's what they did. And Arman, it's not really as much like that. Like he's there. He's not like built his way up, desperately clawing for a title shot. It's not like all his hard work's coming crashing down. Like this guy's fucking rich, bro. Like the more I've learned about Arman, the less I want him to win. Like I didn't even want him to win to begin with because I've never really liked Arman. But like, bro, this guy's wearing like $100,000 to watch the fucking press conference. Like, you're not even the champion yet. Where are you getting this? Like, his dad's rich, so I'm like, okay, fuck off. Like, Arman, you don't need the belt. Fuck you. And he's talking about only taking money, legacy fights, and like money fights after if he wins the belt. Like, fuck off. So yeah, Arman, I wouldn't say he needs to win. He's not expected to win. He's just going to go back to his life as a contender, I guess. Probably rematch Oliveira at some point. Probably, I don't know, fight like a winner of a Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje, I don't know. But yeah, Arman, I wouldn't say the circumstances are desperate for him. Anyway, let's move on to the co-main event and the defending champion there. We got Marab Jeshashashvili Hey, it is not Deshashvili, it's Merab Divalishvili. Learn to read, speak English. You have to be man first. I lose respect for you as man. Hey guys, I love, I support the people of Armenia, guys. Hey, and one more thing, guys. Merab is just getting, bro, I can't lie, it's actually insane to watch. It's so funny to just watch the crash out of Merab happen in real time. Like, this dude's getting hit with some fucking prime 2017 LeVar Ball rage bait, bro. Like, anyone talking about no LeVar? But Lonzo maybe, not LeVar. Like, alright, 1v1, I'll beat Jordan. I'm too big, I'm too fast. This guy, he's getting hit with the full LeVar Ball rage bait, bro. Like, he's going off on a fucking tangent. Like, Merab has turned into, like, Stephen A. Smith anytime he, like, gets someone who he disagrees with on the fucking ESPN. Like, he just goes off, it's like, you cannot be serious. You are not saying that you would beat fucking, this blasphemy, you would beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one. Like, Merab's just going off, just being like, hey, and you, Dagestan, and I come from Georgia, but I live in US, but I love the people of Georgia, guys. And you have to be man first. Like, Merab is just cannot stop talking. And then randomly someone, Jamahal Hill, what's your thoughts on blocking out the noise? Hey, and guys, I love and support Armenia. Like, what's this guy doing? Merab, chill. Just, like, pipe down for, like, 2 seconds. Like, UFC 311. ADHD versus autism. Like, Merab actually might have Tourette's. We need to get him diagnosed. But no, I would say that's about a minute and a half of just talking about Merab's crash outs. But in terms of the pressure, Merab's definitely under pressure, because if he loses this, even though he was on a massive win streak, even though there's, like, obviously he would deserve a rematch with, like, 1 win, I would say, but he ain't getting a rematch with 1 win. This dude's going to have to win, like, 4 fucking fights for himself to get a rematch. And especially if it's Umar. Like, if O'Malley or Yan wins the belt back, he's got a better chance. But even then, like, you think the UFC's going to fucking put this guy in a rematch with O'Malley? Fuck no. So, Merab basically, every single one of his fights is under this amount of pressure, because as soon as he loses, the UFC's going to be like, yep, Dana, what's the question? Merab? Yeah, after fucking GFL, buddy, you can go fight Marlon Moraes in a rematch. Good luck, kid. You know, he's not exactly a pay-per-view superstar, is he? I think the PFL is going to get themselves a great undefeated guy. I know Merab's not undefeated, but, like, that's the type of shit that Dana's going to go to the press conference, just cut Merab if he loses. Like, yeah, this guy's a nightmare to deal with. He's been turning down fights. He's been an absolute pain in the ass behind the scenes, so we're gonna fucking send him after Bellator. Dana, Bellator doesn't even fucking exactly. Like, Merab's kind of cooked if he loses, I can't lie. But Umar, I mean, he's probably gonna get thrown off the side of the fucking mountains in Dagestan if he loses, so there is that bit of pressure. And also he's a massive favourite. This is the fucking father's plan crowning moment for them to both win the belt. Like, Islam's already won his, but, like, Khabib's in the corner for both. You already know we're getting the fucking photos with Khabib, Islam, and Umar if they both retain/win their belts. And if he loses, he's kind of going to let down the whole Dagestani family. He's going to be fucking exiled off to the side of the cliffs, like off to the outer villages of Makalachkala with fucking Said Nurmagomedov. You know, there's the main mountain, there's the main cliffs where the royalty resides, and Umar's part of that group right now. But then there's, like, the outcasts, like Shamil Gaziev, who fucking runs his own sheep farm just down the side of the cliff. And he's getting fucking, hey brother, you lose this fight, you get shipped off to live with Shamil for 2 months. You go train, come back, herd sheep, brother, you come back, and then we win, you get back to the belt. Like, Umar might just get, like, exiled from Dagestan if he loses. That is the negative. But yeah, I would say Merab's still under more pressure, even though this is a rare case where the underdog is under more pressure than the favourite. Because normally the favourite's under all the pressure. Like, you got to win, you got to live up to the hype, live up to the odds, deliver on your performance. Like, and also Umar's been chatting some shit. You know, Umar, hey, why you live in America? You don't even represent Georgia. I am more Georgian than you. Like, he's been chatting some shit. He's been rage baiting, you know. He's been getting Merab riled up, and if he loses, it's going to be a real bad look for him. That smug Dagestani grin that they all fucking have, it's going to get wiped off real quick. I would love to, like, even though I don't want Arman to win, if Umar wins, then okay, Islam, you can win, who cares? But if Merab wins, I am then all of a sudden rooting for Arman because I want to just see Khabib fucking leave the arena with both of his fighters just without the belt. And Tagir can fucking lose while he's out of that anorexic fuck. But like, that would be funny just to see Khabib, especially if they both got finished. Oh my god. Imagine Merab just like gets Umar in like that guillotine that he had Cejudo in and just taps him. And then Islam just gets slapped by a head kick or something from Arman, and just seeing Khabib's reaction in the corner would be amazing. But no, I actually do want Islam to win. But yeah, I want Merab to win, I will say that. I put up a poll, who do you guys want to win? It's around 50-50, I think, leaning Merab. I want Merab to win. I don't even like Umar, bro. Like, some people say, oh, you're just hating. Like, I'm sorry, what does Umar fucking have to him apart from the fact that he's undefeated? Like, he's fun-ish, I guess. He's got fuck all personality. He's got some trash talk, I guess. He's like, brother, I am always humble. Like, okay, there's only so many of these brother, I am humble type of guys that we can fucking have in the sport. And then it just gets dead. Like, Islam I'm cool with. Khabib was cool. Khabib was awesome. But, like, Umar. Okay, what's your thing? Your marketability is just like the younger cousin of Khabib. Like, alright, cool. Fucking give him the belt already. Like, I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of Umar. Like, I really don't see much value in him winning. Like, I guess, yeah, O'Malley's a cool fight, but I don't think he's that big of a draw unless the casuals are just that fucking, oh my god, Nurmagomedov, that they will just, like, fucking jerk themselves off over that. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I'll skim through some of the other fighters because I'm not going to spend too long on everyone else. But Jiri Prochazka, Jamahal Hill. Jiri Prochazka, I would say he's under quite a lot of pressure. He's on not a 2-fight loss streak, but a 2-fight, like, title fight loss streak. He had a win against Rakic in between, obviously, but he's under a bit of pressure. Him and Jamal, both. There's a very high-stakes matchup here in the light heavyweight division. And Merab, no, why am I saying Merab? Bro, Lucas dropped a video talking about Merab's big cheesy grin. Like, this guy is back. Lucas is well and truly back. He got that Volk interview, got him feeling in his old spirits, you know, got his spirits high. But no, Jamahal Hill and Jiri Prochazka, he needs to win to sort of keep his, like, status at the top of the division. Because if he loses this, he's going to end up fucking fighting, like, Khalil Roundtree, which will be sick, but, like, it's down the rankings, and if he loses that, which he probably would, like, he's, like, 2 fights away, like, this and then 1 more loss away from just being, like, completely fucked. And then he's probably going to do, like, a desperation cut to middleweight and just get, like, subbed by Fluffy Hernandez. Bro, Michelle Pereira might manage to KO this guy. Like, I don't know. I just think Jiri is kind of cooked if he loses. Not like in terms of there'll be no big fights for him. He'll have to work his way up. Like, the UFC is always going to put this guy in opportunities, right? But, like, if he loses, it's less so about his title standing and his, like, standing as a contender, and more so about, like, yeah, he's going to lose all his fucking, like, he might just fall off physically and have no chin and lose. Anyway, Jamahal Hill, though, we'll talk about him. He's under a lot of pressure. Apart from the 2 title fights, and even including the main event, I think apart from, like, Merab, this guy's probably under the most pressure this weekend because he talks so much shit. He's already not in the fans' good books because of the Pereira situation. The UFC's done him no favours because either he loses this and he's going to get clowned for the rest of eternity, or he wins and everyone's going to hate him even more because he's going to KO Jiri, a fan favourite, if he wins. But, yeah, Jamal's definitely under pressure. This dude has been chatting a whole bunch of greasiness, trying to get a Pereira rematch, not accepting the glove throwdown, looking real bad in that situation. And if he loses, he's so fucked. Like, if he loses, you're never getting a Pereira fight. If you ever try and talk ever again, you will just be clowned and never listened to. Like, there's still some people that be like, oh, hear him out. You know, maybe at a point with the stoppage. But no, like, if he loses, like, cleanly here to you, he just gets, like beats up on him a bit in round 1 and gets finished in the second, you can't talk. Like, he just will not be able to say anything. He's going to jump on his fucking podcast and be like, standing, I will knock him out. You know, it's like, what do you think about I think me and Alex, I'm, like, 1 fight away from that fight. I'm more deserving than Ankalaev. And he's just going to fucking lose immediately. So, I don't know. Jamahal Hill, he's cooked if he loses as well. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Renato Manimoika. Let me tell you something. I cannot afford to lose. Shout out to Los Angeles firefighters. And let me tell you something. Gavin Newsom, you guys deserve better. This guy is fucking terrible. Let me tell you something. But, yeah, Moicano and Dariush, I'll say for both of them. Moicano first. he needs to win to keep this run going. He can't afford to lose, so he has to win. He cannot afford to lose. And also, yeah, again, at 35 years old, if you're like building up a streak and you lose, it's kind of cooked. Like, if he loses this, maybe he gets a Paddy Pimblett fight, but I think Paddy's getting a pretty high-ranked guy, and I think he might lose, but if he wins, then he's way past Moicano. If he loses, then yeah, you could do Paddy Moicano, coming off losses, that'd be cool. But yeah, he really needs to win to keep himself getting these nice fights, fighting up the division, because if he loses, good fucking luck. You're getting Joel Alvarez. Like, good luck, kid. You're getting a fucking Fiziev rematch. Like, I don't know. He's probably cooked if he loses. But Dariush is even more cooked, because at least Moicano's got the fan favoritism. Like, at least Moicano's got the personality. He's got the interest. The UFC can put him in big spots, put him in main events. If Dariush loses, he's basically just retire at that point. Like, if he loses, what's next for him? You're just going to get killed by some prospect. Like, they're going to give you fucking Mateusz Raumbetsky, and you're just going to lose. Because his chin's going to be fucked. Imagine if he gets a KO'd by Moicano, like, he's unbelievably cooked. So yeah, Dariush, he needs to win this weekend for sure. But again, another high stake. This is a very high stakes card, I will say. But next up on the card, Kevin Holland, Reinier de Ridder. Kevin Holland first. Pressure. There is actually pressure. Like, most people think going to Kevin Holland fights, oh, he's just trying to stay active. It's just Holland. Who cares? Win or lose, doesn't matter. And it's so much, like, it's so far past the point of, like, oh, maybe he could put together a run and get to the belt. Like, we already know this guy. Not to the belt, but, like, to, like, the top 5, top 10 even. This dude is firmly outside that. He's now unranked at both divisions. If he loses this, you can't give him a high-ranked guy. You just can't. Like, maybe he could talk his way into, like, a Luque fight, cut back down to welterweight. But he really can't. Like, there's no opportunities. Like, you're looking at a fucking Michael Chiesa rematch or something. If he, like, you're going to get fucking Islam Dulatov or something. Like, he's not going to get shit. They'll give him Brian Battle. Like, if he loses this, what are you going to do? Stay at middleweight, go fight fucking Michelle Pereira? Like, that'd be fun, but, like, he can't really talk himself into, like, big names, big fights. So yeah, if he wins though, it is good for him. But he's like, what's his last fights? He lost to Dolidze. He beat McCall after getting dropped. He lost to MVP. Who did he fight before that? I know he lost, but he beat Chiesa, and then after that he lost to JDM. Before that he beat Ponzi. But like, yeah, it's JDM. Out of his last, like, 4 fights, it's JDM, MVP, Dolidze, all losses, and then only one win over Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, who's now cut from the sport. Like, Holland needs to win to keep himself relevant and to stop just being like, haha, yeah, dude, I smoke weed, guys. Haha, no, please don't wrestle me, guys. Haha, look, I'm so relatable, guys. Like, I don't know, Kevin Holland's getting kind of sick of him. Like, he's getting past that point of, like, oh, Holland's just that cool guy. He's that chill dude. It's like, okay, yeah, but, like, you're not, like, a vet of the game. Like, he's a vet fights-wise, but, like, it's not like you're fucking Clay Guida or, like, Jim Miller, where it's like, okay, yeah, this dude's been around for fucking years. If he wants to go out there fight for pay, like, you're fucking in your early 30s, and you're fighting like, oh, who cares? Like, just fight, bro. Like, stop trying to do this cope fucking career thing of, like, knowing you're not good enough, but not wanting to, like, actually confront it. Like, oh, look, I got injured against Dolidze, and, MVP just stayed at range, guys. Look at me, I'm complaining because he won't brawl in the pocket. Like, I don't know, Kevin Holland's just kind of getting annoying. But Reinier de Ridder, we'll talk about him too. I'll say de Ridder's under a bit of pressure because, again, coming over from another promotion, you looked kind of shit in your debut. Everyone's kind of like going, alright, we'll hear him out, we'll let him cook, and we'll see if he turns out to be the fucking reincarnated DDP. Without the colonialism, just Dutch straight away without the added migration, but no, de Ridder, no one's got that high hopes for him, so it's not like he's under crazy. He's not like he's some big name prospect, but like, yeah, it is what it is. He wins, he probably gets a ranked guy, that'd be cool. Anyway, moving on, Peyton Talbott. I'm gonna skim through these because I've spent so long on the other ones. Talbott, pressure, you're a prospect, you're a minus fucking 1200 favourite, same as Bo Nickel anytime he fights. Yeah, you gotta win, otherwise you're cooked. Like, okay, if he loses, but like, it's not like if this was like a fucking Cheeto Vera fight or a Rob Font fight, like against Kyler Phillips with Rob Font, and it's like, oh, okay, it was a bit too soon. Like, Yanez fought Font or Kyler Phillips fought Font. Font does well in those spots. We could be like, okay, he's still really good. They just gave him that step up too soon. He's not ready for Font in like his 4th fight, right? Because if he loses to like Font after this, it won't be disastrous. It'll be not great, but it won't be like, oh my god, this guy's a bum. But yeah, honestly, give him Christian Rodriguez. See if he can lose to another prospect. Or beat another prospect, I should say. But yeah, Talbott needs to win, as you do when you're a minus 1,300 favourite and an undefeated prospect. Anyway, moving on. We got Jailton Almeida against Spivak. Both of these two blobs are... Almeida's not a blob. Almeida's under pressure, I guess. I mean, you lost to Blades. That's an awful look. You can't be losing much more than to Blades. Like, he's sort of redeeming himself. But even since then, he's only fought once. So, like, he needs to keep this run going. I do think he wins. I do think it's a pretty comfortable matchup for him. Spivak, he's a fat fuck. There's no real pressure on him apart from his arteries. Cholesterol levels, under a lot of pressure. But what else? Let's move on. Bogdan Gushkov. I'd say pressure. You're a ranked opponent. Johnny Walker pulled out. I think Johnny Walker's gonna... This is gonna somehow end up being a more difficult fight for him than Walker. Like, this Billy Allen kind of guy, who I'm not going to talk about, because who cares? He's probably going to show out looking half decent and maybe, like, chin Gushkov, which I would hate. But, like, Gushkov's gone from a relatively straightforward, probably highlight reel victory against Johnny Walker to, like, fighting a kind of unknown guy. There's really no upside if you win. You're already ranked. Like, you're not fighting up. It's not like he's unranked and it's like, okay, he still gets a ranked opponent with a win. Like, he probably isn't going to get that much of a step up. They'll probably just rebook the Johnny Walker fight. Or, like, give him, like, No, you already lost Ozdemir. Give him, like, I don't know, fucking Anthony Smith if he wins this. Like, he's not fighting for much, but if he loses, it's kind of fucked for him. Anyway, who's up next? We've got, what's up next? Fucking... Who am I saying? Carlos Diego Ferreira, Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson needs to win for sure. He's considered a prospect. He's considered, well, not like a prospect, but like he's in the like sort of range of like, oh, this dude could be something still, even though he did get shinned by Bobby Green. And then who else? We got, and then CDF, I guess, yeah, he's under a bit of pressure too. Old man, got to keep that wins go. Got to get those wins going. You can't really lose at 40 if you're trying to make the rankings. That'll do it though, guys. I think that's everyone notable. Tagir, Reinier Nakamura, these guys, I mean, sure, you can say they're under a bit of pressure. Eileen Perez, my underpants are going to be under lots of pressure watching her fight, even though she's kind of mid face-wise. But anyway, that'll do it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed this series, let me know in the comments, and I'll keep it around. But yeah, they do seem to do pretty good numbers. Anyway, that'll do it, guys. Peace out. You have to be... Hey, guys, Armenia. Shout out Armenia, guys. Anyway, see you later.